Welcome back to the New York Sports Exchange, episode number 128. And is court storming done?
I I don't know. No, I don't think it ever will be. I don't think it ever will be.
It's
I don't
not
think
done.
it ever will
And
be.
if you were to ask me on Saturday if court storming is over, I would have said yes and given you a very passionate plea. My stance has obviously changed, but I'm not.
My stance has obviously changed. My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
I definitely did not plan a court storming rally. Definitely did not do that. And definitely did not tweet a protest chant against court storming. Definitely did not do that. Very heat of the moment of me. Yeah, we're going to talk about court storming. Spring training's in full swing. A lot of reactions. Juan Soto goes deep for the Yankees. The Mets. Kodai Senga on the IL.
That's a lot of question marks. A lot of question marks now.
Cody Bellinger remains a Chicago Cub. 3 years, $80 million. Dive in on that. NBA, the Knicks, struggling. Not struggling, but, they just need guys back. Tim?
It's a Cavalanche, baby. It is a Cavalanche. Max Strus, what a fourth quarter he had. Obviously, the defense would have liked to be better.
Points.
Yeah, I would have liked the defense to be better, but that man heated up at the right time. And the Cavs have that magic. They got that magic feel this year. That's all I'm saying. They got that magic feel.
And hockey, the Rangers, despite the loss on Sunday, winners of 10 straight. Matt Rempe has taken the hockey world by storm. Fighting's back.
Yeah.
Fighting's back.
He got knocked, but yeah, it's back.
He got his shit rocked. I'm one to admit that. But my God, I love this game.
He's a gritty player.
Lifetime contract, no doubt. Tim, it is February 28th, but by the time this episode comes out, it will be March 1st. Or it'll be February 29th. I don't count leap days. But anyway, it will be close to March, which means we're much closer to a bracket. It is
crunch time. It is crunch time for the Isles. That's all I got to say. It is crunch time for the Isles.
Yeah, we're going to dive into college hoops right now. Let's just talk about it. Court storming was the hot topic over the weekend and throughout this week.
I mean, you shouldn't have lost. So you win, and that doesn't happen.
I know you win. I know there's that argument where you're kind of like, oh yeah, if you win. But don't get me wrong, Wake Forest is a very good team. Wake Forest was favored going into this game. They were favored by 2.5.
Shouldn't have lost.
I just think that there's some of the reaction. I mean, my reaction was very upset. I will be the first to admit that my reaction to Kyle Filipowski getting injured was definitely not the best. Let me just
emotion-based.
It was very emotion-based, I will say. Let me just read these let me just read these tweets here. Ban court storming. Actually, well, at first when they stormed the court, I said storming the court in a game that you're favored in is the epitome of brutality. I mean, you're expected to win. Why would you storm? And then the video.
I mean, a blue blood school like that. I don't.
I get it.
Continue.
It's due. Yeah. Then I all caps ban court storming. Then the video of Filipowski getting hurt, saying jail, all of them, right to jail, send them to Rikers. Then this one's my favorite. I was looking back at it, I laughed my ass off. Hey, ho ho, court storming has got to go. Hey, ho ho, court storming has got to go. You gotta get off the Twitter
threads, man. This is great.
I would. One could say I was on my Frank Fleming shit. I absolutely was. But looking back at it, do I think that court storming should be? Do I think that court storming should be banned? Absolutely not. Do I think that Kyle Filipowski purposely tripped that Wake Forest student, which led to him colliding knees? No, I do not. I think he was walking, and it just so happened that 80,000, that's an exaggeration. The 800 kids that were drunk college kids that were running straight towards him. One of them was going to injure him, and yeah, it happened. But some of the things that people are saying is just so ridiculous. Bill, do you see what Jay Bilas said, Tim?
I didn't even see what he say.
He said that every Wake Forest student should have gotten a citation and or
how does that
arrested.
make sense? How does that make sense?
It doesn't. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. There was one that's
an overreaction. All right, I get it. He got hurt. It happens. It's life. You know what? Like, I understand they're storming the court. It's not a part of play, and you have a right to be upset, but way too far on Twitter, and these comments are just absurd.
Here's what Seth Greenberg said. His solution: 1 minute grace period. Home team goes into the student section. So, like, the fans can't go onto the court, but the home team can go into the student section. And if this killed me. If there is a storming of the court, the school will be fined $1 million.
Yeah, no. This isn't happening. No.
It's like that. It's what makes the sport so great. Like, this is. Don't try to ruin a good thing, because everyone's saying that college basketball is dying because of this whole G League Ignite, OTE, and all these guys playing overseas. Oh my god! One person suggested maybe they should have a sniper in the rafters and shoot people.
All right. What is this, Batman? Let's chill out here.
That was a joke. That was obviously a joke. But there were some. I feel like this debate's just like never gonna end. It's just like trying to get a dog to meow at this point. I'm kind of over it. At the time this episode
seem
will come
over
out,
it.
I mean, I'm over the whole like debate of it. Am I annoyed that Duke's star player got injured? Yeah, I'm a little bit annoyed. I'm also a little bit annoyed at the security plan of Wake Forest. Yo, Duke's in town. You know they're gonna storm if they win. Like, come on.
Listen, you could point fingers at whoever you want, whatever you want, but this is just the nature of college sports. This is what happens. And yeah, obviously it's a rare occurrence, but it happened. And I think we just got to move forward with it. It's annoying. It is what it is, but it happened. It's the same thing as if he got hurt walking down the street or something and someone ran into him.
Yeah, like
same kind of thing.
And the guy's like 7 feet tall. Of course he's going to take long strides when he walks. Also, he is so Duke plays tonight. I mean, this episode's going to come out Thursday, but Duke plays tonight, Wednesday night, against Louisville. Kyle Filipowski is playing, which is leading to, obviously, people saying that he is faking this injury. Tim, have you ever collided knees with someone?
I have.
It's almost like the equivalent of being shot, in my opinion.
It hurts. It hurts a very great deal. And if you watch hockey, knee on knee is a game or thrown out of the game, so...
A match
keep that in mind. Yes.
This is. I think that this just has. This will eventually die over. I think it already died over after what happened at Texas Tech last night. Did you see that?
Well, I saw. Didn't Texas win?
Texas won, but there was a play where a guy in Texas like hip checked a player on Texas Tech going for a loose ball. He got a flagrant 2, and of course it's the last Texas Tech basketball game, so of course the crowd's going to be rowdy. And Texas Tech students started throwing shit on the floor. And eventually this kid, I saw the video, this kid like took a swing at a cop and then he got carried out by yeah, dude, oh my God. Hilarious. And you saw, they showed him on ESPN getting carried out by 6 cops. It was, I found this.
Again, the nature of college sports.
I'll send it to you later, but it's so funny.
The nature of college sports.
The kid's life is ruined. But
well, clearly, I mean, yeah, but for our entertainment,
for our entertainment, who cares?
Exactly. Have you ever watched Jackass?
Yes. Have you ever watched Jackass? Unbelievable. I mean, since we're talking about college basketball right now, tournament time coming up. Houston looks like my Houston agenda is running, and I know that you don't really bank on the 1 seed. But if I'm banking on a 1 seed right now, it's Houston. Because, my God, this team's a force. This team is a force.
Now, let me ask you a question, because
Go
like
ahead.
everyone knows, I do not know the ins and outs of college basketball as much as Stan does. Clearly, Tennessee's a
Obviously.
4 seed. Where do they sit on your board right now? They're fourth in the
Well,
country. They play Auburn tonight.
yes. I was just gonna say, remember when we did our little mini preview back then? We said Auburn needs that signature road win. They haven't really gotten that yet. They haven't beaten a good team on the road. They get a test tonight. I think Tennessee runs away with this one. Jalen Williams. Yeah.
You built it up like you're gonna say Auburn's gonna get that signature road win.
Hey, if Auburn wins, then good for them. But I just don't see a world where Tennessee loses a big game at home. Auburn's like second best guard, Jalen Williams, who spells it like the other two that are on the same team. So he obviously has to be on the Thunder. He's a game time decision with a knee injury. It depends on how that goes. That's why the spread's so big at 7.5. Even with Jalen Williams, I think Tennessee wins it. Even if he plays, Tennessee wins this game with ease. I know Auburn's defense is great, but it's just like that how they play on the road is just so terrible. And obviously, by the time this episode comes out, that game will be over and be decided with. Right now, according to Lenardi, with bracketology, I believe Tennessee is a 2 seed. Yes, they are a 2 seed taking on Fairfield, according to Lenard.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't know how that's gonna stick.
I don't know how that's going to stick either.
Is Oregon on there yet at all?
Oh god, they're terrible. 10.
I know they're horrible.
They're so
the record of the pack
so
is
bad.
terrible. They're so bad.
10-6 in the pack, but I think the
pack
Pac-12
stinks.
Yeah, it's a 2-bid league. I think Arizona and Arizona State are definitely gonna take it, but just want to some mid-major teams. I was actually doing some bracket research. I'm praying for an Alabama High Point first round matchup.
I think anybody is. What?
That's going to be just points all over the board. Like, just take the over, hammer it. If there were alternate totals in college basketball, then you go over 200. That's how confident I feel in. That's how much I want an Alabama High Point first round game. But there's other teams that have made the that have sort of made their way in there. Shout out to South Florida. South Florida might actually win their conference in the AAC.
What about
They're
Florida
in the
Gulf
same
Coast?
Florida Gulf Coast.
How we feeling?
Oh yeah, they're back, baby. They're not even on here.
FAB?
Who?
Exactly.
Who exactly? Yeah, really. Right now, I still like UConn. I still love Houston. Duke on the 3 line. I wouldn't mind that. That'd be a nice place to go. Although that region, they could definitely make noise with the region that they're in. Arizona hasn't really done well. Kentucky really needs to improve on that defense. Kansas, if Kevin McCullough is healthy, then I'd be worried. But Kansas just lost at home to BYU. Yeah, that's really all I got with college basketball. Any big games this weekend? I know that there's something Alabama, Tennessee this weekend in Tuscaloosa. Always a big one. Gonzaga, St. Mary's. That's definitely something to look forward to if you're doing nothing at 10 o'clock on a Saturday night. But Kansas and Baylor, especially if McCullough plays. I don't know why that game's on ABC, but it is. Good for them, I guess. But yeah, that's really all I got. And Duke, I'm not worried about Duke. I think Filipowski would be fine. Thank God for modern medicine.
Let me ask you a very important question like I did last time.
Yes.
As of today, what is your Final Four?
There's like so many. There's
Fast
so
action.
many possible.
Fast action. What is your
Fast
gut
action?
telling you?
Houston. God. Houston. Give me Duke, obviously, because I think they'll bounce back. All right, what you want me to fucking?
No. Go.
Okay. Marquette, because I just don't see a war. Actually, you know what? Scratch out Marquette. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Baylor as of late. They've stuck to a 2-3 zone. Teams haven't really figured it out yet. I'm sort of liking Baylor, so I'll throw Baylor on there. And then last but not least, I think it's going to come down with that Elite Eight matchup on the East region, UConn and Iowa State. I'm going by bracketology. Give me UConn. I know it's chalk. I have 2 1 seeds on there, but so I have 2 1s, a 3, and a 2. That's terrible.
Okay. All right. There you go. You've heard it. This
Obviously,
from the
this
expert
is
himself.
obviously this is going to change. Obviously, it's going to change. Moving on from college basketball, spring training underway. Start with
Trace
the Mets.
Thompson. Trace Thompson.
Clay's brother.
What any day. Man went out there 2 for 3 with a grand slam and an RBI double. No, it's like, what are we going to get production from these guys like him, DJ Stewart? Are those the 4 and 5 outfielders? Who knows? But right now, I'm feeling good. Hauser went out and pitched well. They look okay. They look okay. They look okay.
Hauser, get the fuck out of here.
They look okay. The Senga issue.
Yeah, that's the issue. That's the main issue right now. Kodai Senga on the IL. He's likely to miss the first month of the year, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know if it's the month, but he's definitely starting the year in the IL and going into the season on it. I'm not sure what they reported was. The thing is, I'm just worried he's not going to be able to get his innings in. He needs to pitch. He really, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, he is the anchor of this rotation. If this guy does not throw at least 165 innings, that's not even that much, but
yeah, that's not a lot.
He needs to get to like 185, 188. If he could throw 188 innings and have like a sub 3.2 ERA, like if he set out like a 3.15, like a 3.12, I'd be fine with that. And that'd be great. That'd be a really good number 1 for us. So he's got to bounce back. We'll see though. We'll see. We got time.
Again with the Mets, we look at the possible opening day lineup. Nimmo, McNeil, Lindor, Alonso, Marte, DJ Stewart, Francisco Alvarez, Brett Beatty, Harrison Bader.
I don't hate it.
Who is? It's not a bad lineup. It's not a bad.
Really
lineup.
not a bad lineup.
It's not a bad lineup. The bullpen looks really good. I have to say I really like this bullpen. You got Edwin Diaz coming back. That's big. Jorge Lopez.
Big pickup.
Big pickup. Who's your pitching coach again? I'm blanking on his name.
Oh my God. It's not Pelfrey, is it?
Is it Mike Pelfrey? Let's see. Mets pitching coach is we got Jeremy Hefner.
That's who it is.
Yeah. If Jeremy Hefner can somehow fix Shintaro Fujinami,
that's the biggest question mark of this entire bullpen. This guy has question mark. He has the potential to be. He has the potential to be a top reliever in the MLB, like a top reliever. Rose hard, he's crafty, but God, does he stink?
there have been flashes. I love the Jake Diekman signing. I like Brooks Raley, Adam Ottavino. The first few months, you've experienced Adam Ottavino. I mean, this is did he
still
resign?
Got it? Yeah,
he still got it, but
he still got it.
Resigned. He's the first few months you enjoy him, and then you're like, fuck. When there's a runner on base, you're kind of screwed because with
just
that
let him
slow
keep throwing
delivery.
until his arm falls off. Yeah, I mean, he gets stolen every single time he's pitching, but you just gotta hope he strikes guys out.
The starting rotation. Who is your opening day starter going into this season?
Probably Quintana.
Quintana, Severino, Manaya, Adrian Hauser, Tyler McGill. Oh God.
Yeah, no, it's not great. It's definitely comparable to like an A's pitching staff, Oakland's.
You got no starters over the age of 25. Not even in the slightest.
You mean under?
Under 25, sorry. You got Quintana at 35, Severino at 30, Manaya at 32, Hauser at 31.
This is clearly
your youngest is McGill.
This is clearly a plug-and-play lineup. They're just getting guys, vets in the league, that they hope can have bounce-back years for cheap. And you just, honestly, give them a decent game. Because if they can get outs and score some runs, again, if all goes well, realistically, if all goes well, they could be like a 93 win team. If all goes well, but it's asking for a lot. Yeah, it obviously won't, but it's asking for. We'll see. We'll see what happens. 2 years ago, they had 101 wins. Obviously, not the same team, but hopefully, same mentality. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's get her going. I'm getting excited now.
Yeah, but